Hello, welcome to Quackalope, and today I'd like to invite you to play some games with me. Well, not just me, but the community here, right? The people that watch, comment, share, engage with the content here on Quackalope. We would like to invite you to come play some games with us. It's a little bit of a strange time, right? And I'm gonna try to do this video in a similar way to the videos that I do on my Patreon account, where it's just a conversation, a very lowly edited video where I sit here and sort of talk with you. It's a little strange to be bringing a video like this to the main channel. Typically, I try to keep the production quality as high as possible. But now is a chance to sit down and talk. And there's some things we need to go over. A lot's happening. The world is a little weird right now. It's fair to admit that. I don't think anyone would begrudge me for saying that. My gaming group has been self-quarantining for a couple weeks. We have people in our lives that are high risk, and I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do or how you should approach this situation, but what I can say is that the level and degree of disconnect I've felt over the last couple weeks has been extreme. I typically, as a reviewer, play games 3 or 4 times a week so that I can table and see and experience and film as much as possible. And we haven't been able to do that. And along with that, not just the work that I do here for Quackalope, but just the community as a whole. It's been a little bit harder to connect and play games and find new people to table games with for a while now. And I think that's going to be the same for a bit. This isn't forever. This will open back up and we will be able to reconnect and see our friends. But there's a cool opportunity here. An opportunity to connect and engage and build something really cool where we can have a decentralized sort of gaming group, right? A community of friends that can connect and play games online. It's a marketplace that I honestly have not explored as much as I should have, or as much as I could have, right? Over the last couple weeks is when I've first played some online versions of board games, or when I first played Tabletop Simulator. I mean, I didn't have it on my computer until I did a stream with Leader Games about 2 weeks ago. And so this is what I'd like to invite you to do, to connect with us. We started a Discord so that we could start playing Tabletop Simulator games, primarily with my Patreon to begin with, and then we've sort of grown, right? We now have about 120 different members, and that's increasing every single day, and we're hosting events, right? We have events on the calendar that you can sign up for, games that you can play, people who are willing to teach and learn. We have publishers who are being involved that are either displaying their own games or hopping in to show off new prototypes, get you to demo and give feedback on something that is new coming into the industry. And I'm really excited about this. This is cool in a time where there's a bit of uncertainty, a bit of, things floating around. It is really, really refreshing to be able to connect, sit down for an evening, play some games. Over the last week, I've played Dale of Merchants, I've played Marvel, I've played Arkham Horror for the first time, I've played a game of Scythe, I've played Root. I mean, I've played a lot of games this last week, and it's all been in solitude. It's all been sitting at my computer, getting on a Tabletop Simulator, putting on some headphones, and talking back and forth with a group of 4, 5, 6 friends. And the cool thing is, a lot of these people I didn't know before this. I now have increased my circle of friends, increased my community with the people that have been watching and enjoying the content here on Quackalope for a while. And here's an important thing, an element that I want to make sure I acknowledge. First off, there's a lot of things changing here on Quackalope. We're not going away. In fact, we're increasing production, but you're going to see the set change. You're going to see some things adapt to the current situation, and we'll be putting out video and media down the road, kind of bringing you along on that journey, like we always have, letting you know the process and kind of what we're going through. But the other thing to pay attention to, the other thing to pay attention to or keep in mind is I've been very careful about putting things on the main channel that directly drive someone to a specific point, right? In fact, we haven't put out a direct call to sponsorship or anything on the Patreon yet, and that's because we wanted to test run and make sure the Patreon was up and running and active, and I was producing bonus content and added value so that when you went there, there'd be a community there for you to be a part of. That's the same on Discord. This is a community group where you have forums, you have posts, you can schedule events, you can hop in and either live stream or just join a chat and talk with people directly. It is a community hub. But I didn't want to put a main video out on the channel until I was sure we had a community here for you to be a part of. I don't want someone to show up to a location and see like 10 strangers sitting around and kind of awkwardly leave out of the side door and not get a chance to play some games. So we've been active for about a week and a half now. It's still rough, like pardon the dust when you get there, but we are up and running. Like I said, we have about 120 members so far, some more active than others. We have 3 or 4 different moderators who are helping coordinate and teach things. We have members who are giving out copies of Tabletop Simulator so that if you're in a position where it's hard for you to get access to the game, we can make sure that happens. What we need from you, we need you to be part of the community, to join in, to every couple days hop into a game or leave a comment or post about your favorite game. If you're really feeling like you want to play something, swing in and let us know. Give us a few days head start or start direct messaging people. Be an active part of the community so that you can, so that we can play, games together. That's the whole point. The more people we have here who are active, talking, setting up events, scheduling things, reaching out to publishers, inviting them to do the same, the more of a network we have, right? The more games we can table, the more people we can get into a game, the more events we can host and actually have people play. And I'm really excited about that. You don't have to play everything. In fact, my hope is that there's games running so constantly and so consistently across the evenings of the week that I can only play 1 or 2 of the 30 or 40 or 50 games that are being tabled. In fact, I'd love to have to make more chat rooms for people because we have so many events happening at the same time. So come be a part of the paddle. Join in. Like we have a really cool community. We're active, and I'd love for you to be part of that. So let me run you through the things that you'll need in order to take part in this. First off, if you're not a Tabletop Simulator fan, that's fine. Join into the conversation, the discussion. We have people talking about board games, sharing videos, talking about new things happening in the industry. If you just want a place to hang out, talk about your favorite things, and just join in with a community, feel a little bit of connection here, welcome. But if you're into Tabletop Simulator, or if we can talk you into Tabletop Simulator, because I wasn't into it about 2 weeks ago, or any of the other online board game sort of running things, right? Physics generators that allow you to play a game on a tabletop. This is going to be cool. I'm really excited for it. So for those of you that are not familiar with Tabletop Simulator or any of those other physics engines, basically it's just a way for you to physically represent items in a digital space. So you're clicking, moving around a camera, which would be your visuals, right? And you're clicking, dragging, and repositioning. So it takes a little bit to learn, but it's actually way more user-friendly than I anticipated. And with a good coach or a good teacher or some videos that our community are producing, you should be able to get up and running very easily. The other thing you're going to need to do is get Discord. Now, this is going to be a computer app or an iPhone or iPad app. So if you download Discord, there will be a link in the description and the top comment here that allows you to join our community. Set up a profile and hop into the paddle. When you get into the paddle, you'll end up in Welcome or General. Those are going to be 2 of the kind of chat locations. In Welcome, we'll go over sort of the standard rules of the site. For instance, like the golden rule, always be respectful to others and yourself, or rule number 4, which is the most important thing, remember to have fun. In General, you'll probably have someone like me say welcome. Me or one of our moderators tell you thank you for being here and redirect your attention to places like the calendar, the digital tabletop looking for game forum, or any of the other forums we have. So we have announcements where posts and updates will happen. We have General, which is general conversation, game discussions, game rules discussions, the good stuff, which is a place for you to just post. So far, I think yesterday it was a place to post pictures of cats cuddling with you. The good stuff, right? We have bot stuff. That's just where the bots or the sort of computer-generated stuff is running behind the scenes. There's a engagement modifier. There's a way to connect your Patreon account directly to the paddle here so that you can get access to some behind-the-scene features, things like that. And then we have the digital looking for game area. This is where you can post, letting the community know what types of games you want to play, what sort of stuff you're looking for. Good little conversation area there. And then the calendar gameplay area. This is going to be where you can post and host your own gaming events online. So publishers, if you want to host an event, put up a big post letting us know what game you're showing off, if it's a prototype, if it's a core, and hop in here and schedule a calendar event. Or talk with people in the general chat or the digital chat, asking what times might work for a group of people. It's good to have 1 or 2 people ready to sign up for your event by the time you post it. But for instance, over the next week, let me talk about the things we already have scheduled. We have a Root Advanced game scheduled with 5 out of 6 players already signed up. That's going to be for Thursday. We have a Root Beginner game scheduled. That's where I'm going to go in, Quackalope is going to go in and teach you how to play Root. Not only how to play Root, but how to do it on the tabletop simulator, which is really, really accessible. Right now we have 4 out of those 6 slots signed up for. There's an Azul game trying to be scheduled for Wednesday. There's On Mars, which is being scheduled for Saturday. That's going to be an awesome one. 3 out of 5 people are already signed up for that. We have Watergate. Someone's looking to play some Watergate, just a good head-to-head 2-player game. We have one of the Leader Games team members coming in to teach us and run Oath. Now, this is cool. This is something that I'd like to do way more down the road, right? Have publishers come in and show off and celebrate their game. I know some of the people in our Patreon were backers, right? A lot of people in the community here were supporters of Oath. Well, this is a cool opportunity to get a sense of that. And then these 4 players that get a chance to learn it can then go teach you all how to play as well. And hopefully Leader Games will work with us to sponsor and do more events down the road. With Eldorado Games, some of the games that we've featured here on the channel, hosting a prototype gameplay of Age of Atlantis. This is fully ready to run, and they want to get feedback from the community, see if it balances out, see how easy it is to learn the rules, right? So blind playtesting of Age of Atlantis, there's 2 of those groups signed up. Both of them are getting close to being full. And then I know we have a lot of other things scheduled. Like I was saying, this last week I played for the very first time Arkham Horror, which was a blast, right? I got to play Marvel, which was super cool. Like, that was awesome. And I probably wouldn't have played some of those games without a community there to hop online and teach me. So I'm super excited about this. So you'll want to download Discord. You'll want to hop in, engage with the chat a little bit, schedule and sign up for any of these events you want to be a part of. And then make sure you show up at Tabletop Simulator or whatever corresponding platform you need in order to play the game. Now, the description here will let you know that, and we can answer any questions you have when you're in the actual Discord, helping you get up and running. And then finally, down here on the side, you can see community. That's going to be for the Patreon-only community, so community gifts and paddle members. That's for the Patreon. And then voice channels. That's going to be where you can hop in and talk with people who are playing the game with you, right? So if you're in general, the root room, table 1, table 2, etc., etc. If you're playing a game, steal one of those voice channels, pop in there, and have a conversation with people. It's a good way to kind of keep everything tied together in a central hub. I think that's the rundown. I don't know too much what else to say. This is a weird time. And building a community, I'm so incredibly excited about the people that we have over here on the channel and the games that I've been able to play over the last week, and I want to extend that to you all. You all love board games, right? It's why you're subscribed to the channel. It's why you're engaged with us. So come, be a part of this. Let's build something cool. Let's build something exciting, and invite your friends. If you have a tabletop simulator group that already plays together, get them into this community, because then they could extend their knowledge, invite other people to play. We're trying to get big games. Like On Mars is a big one, but we're trying to get like some Twilight Imperium played. We're trying to get some Kingdom Death, some Madara, some Gloomhaven. I've got so many titles that I'm really excited to check out. And the other cool thing is I get to play with you. Like, genuinely. Like, if you want to hang out and play some games, not just watch me on the screen here, that's what this is going to allow us to do. And that's cool. And if you want to teach me some games, I mean, the easiest way for me to get games to this channel going down the road is honestly for someone to hop into Tabletop Simulator, like a publisher or something, and teach me how to play their game so that I'm ready to cover it or play it and I don't get a mix of rules wrong. But I think that's enough. There's going to be some exciting content coming down the road. There's going to be some more community updates and conversations like this that I'm going to have with you. There's a lot happening behind the scenes, right? It's an interesting time, but I'll keep you updated. I'll let you know as those changes happen, and we're not going anywhere. So I'm looking forward, and I'm super excited about the next stage, right? Where this is going. I'm excited to connect with you all. Whatever the case, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying healthy, whether that's physically, mentally, whatever mix of emotions that are happening right now. Look out for yourself, connect with those you love, and connect with this community. I'm excited to have you join in. I'm excited to meet you and hear your voices and play some games with you. Really looking forward to it. Whatever you do, though, remember to do the important thing. Get out and play some games, even if that means getting out online and playing some games. We'll see you next time. Thank you.